This is two guys in the outdoors with one guy missing. Did just decided to do a campfire here with Mike Norcus. You guys have all seen him before, and we just decided we were going to do a video on telling lies about our last season, or at least talking about our last hunt season. So, how'd your last season go?
Mine went okay. I mean, I ended up getting three. Um, I got a kind of a busted up eight, a 7 point that was not real big, and then a doe, two with a bow, one with a rifle, and then I had my big hunt to Africa too. So that was my big hunt for the year.
So, what'd you
But
get over there?
I ended up getting a eland, a red hartebeest, and a golden wildebeest with my bow.
Dang.
The eland was part of my spiral horn slam. I almost had an attempt on a bush buck to complete it, but he was a little weary, so we couldn't get close enough with the bow. So held off. I could have shot him with a rifle, but I didn't want to do it that way. I wanted to do it all with a bow. So,
My
so I'll save him for next time.
my season was a bust.
Yeah,
I'm still carrying all the tags that I started out with,
yeah.
but it
You
seems
did a
like
lot more saddle hunting this year, though.
you did.
Yeah,
That's
I
good.
enjoyed it. Yeah,
Yeah, I
yeah. I
did.
even tried it with the muzzle loader.
I did too. I tried a
Yeah,
little muzzle loading with a muzzle loader this year, but the one thing I did do this year is I did not pick up my compound at all.
right,
It stayed in the garage. Actually, yeah, it stayed in the garage the whole time. Um, and I just went with my recurve. And that's part of the reason why I didn't get anything. Because
right.
I think it was the second weekend of bow hunting season. I had a fairly decent size 8 point buck that popped out. He was about 38 yards out, and that's a bit more for me with a recurve. I'm good under
Yeah, me
20.
too.
Um, if I would have had my compound, he presented perfectly. I had
Right.
the most perfect side shot at about
Hmm.
38 yards, and I would have taken it because it was completely clear. It was non-obstructed, and I've shot things at that distance, and I wouldn't have hesitated. So
Right.
I would have got him. But this with the recurve. Now the funny thing is what I did do is I played with him. Okay, because he would look at
Right.
me. He came out of this trail. I was on the side of this like a driving. It was not. It's not a road, but it's wide enough to be a road.
Mhm.
It's clearing, and so he popped out, looked towards me, and then he looked up at me. It's like okay, he sees me, but then he started to feed a little bit. It's like wow, okay. So I started just kind of making some calls a little bit, just trying to get him to move a little bit. And he looked at
Right.
me, and I was trying to get him to turn. He was facing towards me. So if he would have turned to his right, my left, he would have came right down the path that I expected him to come down to. But he didn't. He crossed that open spot and he got in the middle and I got him to stop. Okay.
Hmm.
And he turned around and looked back at me or towards me and then took two more steps and I got him to stop again. I got him to turn around. Okay. But I never could get him to walk down to where the area where I knew it would have been. If it would have cleared these trees, walked down a little bit and cleared the trees, it would have probably been about a 17-yard shot. And that was
Oh wow.
right where I wanted him to be. Okay.
Yeah.
Because that's where I seen him on trail cameras. I seen this deer on trail cameras.
Oh
And
nice.
but I never could get him to turn. But I never spooked him either. That's what the cool thing was. It wasn't like I made a bunch of noise or I moved. and then all of a sudden he jumped and ran. He never did. He
Right.
slowly walked across that little clearing, walked into the woods, and I heard him walk up the mountain because I was on the side of the mountain. I heard him walk up.
Yeah.
Now that made the whole hunt cool
Yeah.
because he didn't see me. He didn't take me as a threat. Okay.
Right.
I got him to stop. I just couldn't get him to turn.
M-
So
My exciting one was a really nice 8 point in the saddle with a bow. And I'd found a scrape in the middle of the woods, and I thought, you know what? I'm gonna set up on this scrape. So I found a decent tree downwind, probably, I don't know, it was 18 yards. I was trying to get a little further, but I couldn't find a good tree with a clear shot. I hunted that tree 2 days, 3 days. He never came to the scrape. I peed in it. I did all kinds of stuff trying to get him to come back during daylight. It was Sunday morning. I was sitting in the tree. I sat there, and I'm not kidding you. I shut my eyes for like 2 seconds. I opened my eyes, and he's standing about 5 yards from the scrape. I don't know where he came from. I don't know if I was about 25 yards from a field, and it's fairly thick along the fence line. So I don't know if he came across the field, jumped the fence, or if he came down off the hill above me through the thicket into this little clearing where a scrape was off of kind of like a little walking trail kind of thing that where the deer had been walking. But I sat there and all I did was open my eyes and I kind of look around the tree like that. And he's like staring at me. And I'm like, oh no. So I'm busted. So I can't move. And so he just basically turned off and walked back up the hill. And I just let him walk. But it was like, I thought I'm going to get to kill a really nice buck out of the saddle finally. But he came off to my left side, which is the hard side to shoot off for a right-handed shooter. If he'd have been on the right, I probably would have taken the shot, but it was just I had the right angle on him until he turned around, and that was it.
that's
So
that's wild. I know over by me where I was hunting, and a lot of the guys that I hunt with, we didn't see much during the day. I don't know what it was like over in your area. It seemed like you were fairly productive, but
yeah,
I've seen plenty of deer on my trail camera, you know, at night, outside legal shooting time.
right.
But I didn't see anything. Once the season came, I didn't hardly see anything. I think
I
they
mean,
started moving around a
I
little
was
bit in
lucky.
December, but
Yeah, I was lucky. I saw deer almost every set, and I got to hunt quite a bit this year. So, and most of it was during the daylight. So,
wow.
most of it in the mornings. Which is unusual because normally I see them in the evenings. I did see a few in the evenings, but nothing like I did in the mornings. So between like 9 o'clock and 11 o'clock is when I saw most of my deer this year.
Well, I even hunted up there at Widewater, and I know you probably know about Widewater, right?
Yeah.
State Park
Hmm.
there.
Yeah.
It was that mentored hunt that they have, and they said they normally have uh like close to 15 deer shot in them 2 days that is for that mentored hunt.
Yeah.
And there was only, if it was just with the mentors, there was only 3 deer that were shot, and
Oh
hardly
wow.
anybody seen anything in both of those.
Yeah.
So I think total, because they allowed other hunters in besides the DWR hunters, and
Right.
I think total there was 5 deer shot
Hmm.
the 2 days, and they
We
said
had an
that
anomaly
that's
with our next
unusual.
level. Yeah, we had an anomaly with our next level bow hunt down in Chesapeake this year. Nobody saw any deer, which was really unusual because every year we've done a next level bow hunt, everybody has at least seen deer. And
Yeah.
then last year, of course, Ryan got a shot. I think it was Ryan shot at one, got drew blood, but he went off into the swamp. And we couldn't find him. It was a non-fatal hit, just by looking at the blood and the trailing we did. So, um, but um, but nobody saw deer. And then the other kind of exciting thing was on my Africa trip. I had never hunted out of a So I got, which was pretty cool, sitting in down in the ground behind two-way glass, and then you have two shooting windows when you stand up to shoot out of, which was
So,
pretty cool.
Mike, you kind of cut out a little bit. What'd you call that thing?
Pit blinds. Yeah,
Pit?
they're dug into the ground, and then they build like a little concrete dome over them with a door in the back, and
Okay.
then they have two-way glass across the bottom that you sit and look out, and then
Okay.
there's a shelf in front of you, and you have two slit windows about 18, 20 inches tall, about 7 inches wide that you take, and they'll take and slide the screen out of the way, and that's what you shoot out at.
So kind of like the uh arrow slits for a castle way back.
Yeah, exactly.
Okay. So did you get anything out of that?
Yeah, well, that's how I shot all my animals out of
Oh,
because
nice.
that's all we sat in. Yeah, so my trip got actually cut short by 3 days because I couldn't get out of Richmond in time, which really ticked me off because I had a 10-day hunt booked. And so we were going down into the Northern Cape, which is a 7-hour drive from Johannesburg. And my PH made the call because I couldn't get there because I got there 3 days late. He made the call to a buddy of his, and we went to a bow hunting exclusive concession called Orkram Safaris. And this place was 5 star, Bob. I'm telling you, this was nice. And I was the only one in camp. And I'll have to show you some videos and stuff when we get to advanced training. But the place was just absolutely, the accommodations were 5 star. I had my own personal chef,
Oh,
which was
really?
kind of, yeah, it was nice. And we ate good, I can tell you that.
So how many people was there? Just you?
Just me, I was the only one in camp.
Oh, wow. Okay.
I mean, other than the camp staff that
Right.
lived and worked there.
Wow. And it didn't cost you any extra to have a private
No,
home. Nice.
no, no. So, but it just,
Yeah,
but it was only about 3.5 hours out of Joburg, which was kind of nice because if we'd have gone to the Northern Cape, then I would have lost another day, 7 hours driving. And then we would have had to leave 7 hours early, another day early coming back. So I actually would have lost 2 more days of hunting. So
that's cool. That's one of my bucket list things is to go to Africa and hunt. We'll see how.
you need to go with me, man. I can hook us up.
Well, one of these years, if I can talk my wife into letting me go, then we will definitely do that.
Yeah.
But yeah,
I
was
got a
that the
great
same
PA.
situation? Does that have the same situation as that other place that you went where you don't get to take? I know in Africa you don't get to take any of the meat home. Do they
No.
do they donate it to a local village?
Yeah, it gets donated to local village, and then some PHs actually sell it to restaurants.
Okay.
So,
So what
but
what
these
happened?
they donated this to the local village.
Now they probably cooked some up for you.
Oh yeah, we got to have like back straps and that at night, and then they had pre-made up some sausage with kudu and oryx or gemsbuck, and they
Yeah, yeah.
cook on, and everything's cooked over an open grill on a grill basically. All
Okay.
your meats are cooked on a grill and that. So yeah, we ate good.
So you going turkey hunting?
Forward to it. The birds are already out in the fields strutting and gobbling. So
I actually applied for one of those hunts. Oh, what do they call it? I'm losing my memory, but I think it's down at Featherfin.
oh, quota hunt.
Yeah, quota
Okay,
hunt.
yeah,
That's
quota
the
hunts.
word I was thinking about. Yeah.
Yeah,
So myself and Buddy made a deal that we'll both sign up for it. If only one of us gets, the other one gets to go with us. With
right.
him. And then we talked uh Jason and another guy in. Okay. Hoping that at a minimum two of us would get drawn and then all four of us would go. Okay. Well, two of us got drawn.
Oh, nice.
Yeah, me and I don't know if you know him. Oh, you probably know him, Mike Henry,
Right.
one of the instructors. So he got drawn, I got drawn. So Jason's going, Buddy's going, and
Yeah.
then Mike
Buddy
and
back gonna allow him to go?
huh?
Is Buddy gonna be allowed to go with his back surgery?
Well, I don't know after the after that, I'm not sure. I haven't talked to him yet to see, but it's not for another month and a half out.
Oh yeah, so he'd probably be good to go by then.
Yeah, it's 18th, 19th, and 20th, I think it is.
Right?
So yeah.
There's a lot of turkeys down there, a lot of good sign.
Well, I didn't
I see
realize it. That's
because we
what,
did our first next level bow hunt down there. It was all kind of places eat up with turkey signs.
well, we're gonna have our we're doing that virtual get started turkey hunting
Hmm.
classes. And we always end it. We're ending them things. I shouldn't say always. We've only had one other virtual series, and that was for deer hunting. But
Right.
we're going to end this one with a mentored hunt down there at Featherfit.
Okay. Cool.
So, so yeah, this will be the first time I've gone turkey hunting. So, or
Oh, that's a blast. You
I
like it?
should say it this way. This is the first time I've legitimately went turkey hunting. I've tried to turkey hunt while I'm out deer hunting, but I
Right.
swear the turkeys see me get out of the truck and they run the other way.
I have to invite you down. We'll go to the club and I'll take you turkey hunting because that place, we got a lot of turkeys at our place.
There you go.
Up there by Farmville.
Okay.
You know,
So
see
what
if
else?
Jason.
Huh? So do you got any big hunts planned for this year?
No big ones. I mean, I thought I was going to get to go bear hunting, but that got quite with the wife and booking the vacation that week that I normally go. So
Yeah, but she's a very nice individual. You need to cut her some slack.
she's a
No.
sweetheart. She lets me do pretty much what I want hunting wise. So
Yeah.
she does give me a
Everybody,
little
Mike's
grief
Mike's
about,
wife is a pretty good person. So
yeah, she does give me a little grief about traveling overseas now to hunt because of being, because I usually go by myself and she's not a big fan of that. But I always tell her I'm with adult supervision when I go. So,
well, tell her this. If she wants to uh pay 50% of my trip,
right.
I'll go and take care of you and guard you and
Oh,
make
there
sure
you go.
you're safe.
Right.
For only 50%. I mean,
Right. Right.
it's a deal.
Still, that's a pretty good deal, though.
Yeah. But anyway. Now you ought to check in, see if we can do the second week of September, and then I'll go.
Yeah. Let me. I'll tell you what. I'll call Chris tomorrow
Okay.
and see what the deal is, and I'll let you know
Okay.
because I'm off tomorrow. So
Okay.
I don't know if he's full up for the second week or not, but something we can check into.
But
Good deal.
you got a tagline you want to say?
Uh, get in the woods and hunt hard, hunt fast.
There you go. So Jason couldn't make it. Everybody, he just texted me and said he had some family situation that he had to deal with. So we missed Jason. We were going to let you know, tell you that we sent him out for beer and he's not back in time, but he had a family situation. So as Jason always says, keep it simple. And like I say, get out in the outdoors and have some fun. So
There you go.
take care, everybody. Thanks, Mike.
Yep. Appreciate you having me.
No problem. We'll do this again.
All right, brother.
All right, man. Take care.
All right. Later.